Folks, look who's back on the bench. This is YouTuber Ken Heron's Mini 4 Pro. He was at the boat show recently. I believe it was in Kentucky. Not sure though. Anyway, you might have seen his video. Being the good ambassador that he is to the hobby, he let a little tyke fly the drone. And I guess he should have zigged when he should have zagged, and of course this is what happened. So he texted me right away and said, "Can you do something about this?" I said, "Yeah, I should be able to replace an arm on this. This is what it needs. We need to replace an arm here, and for that, the whole thing has to come apart. These Mini 4s, Mini 3s too, are not as easy to repair as the Mini 2, the little mini versions were. They have to come completely apart to get at the ESC board. Now we also have a damaged bottom portion here. It took a good hit. I took it off already. That's why you see these two side pieces that are off here. I have them over here in my little bin here. They have to come off first. I took this off first just to make sure there wasn't any damage in here inside on the sensors, and they appear to be good. I snapped it back on just so we could protect the bottom as we take the top off. So let's begin by removing the top of it here. Now we need a T5 Torx bit, I do believe. Let's see here. Oh, I already have it in the handle. So let's go ahead and start taking these out here. There's two screws on the back. Now I actually have not completely taken apart a Mini 4 Pro before. I've taken and disassembled a Mini 3 Pro. So I'm guessing it's very similar. But we'll find out if there's any differences pretty quickly. I actually do see one of them right away here. The top portion in the Mini 3. Let me just turn this over to pop these screws out since they don't want to come out. Mini 3, it just has these two screws back here. Try to get this one out. And then the whole top just kind of, you pry it off. Now this one, there's actually two additional screws, it looks like, up front. Trying to get this out of here. Alright, let's see here. It doesn't want to fall out. I have these little dental picks here that I'm trying to see if they work out. There it goes, that fell out. And then we have two more up inside here, right above the camera here. So I'm going to quickly, not quickly, but carefully slide this down in there. This one's going to come out. And let's see, maybe we'll get a pair of tweezers out here. I've got my tweezers with me over here. I've got a set of Phillips screwdrivers. I've got a couple different sets of Torx bits, hex bits, you name it. I should have it here right in front of me. The only thing I don't have right away here is the soldering iron, which we will need to have shortly. Let's get a pair of tweezers here to get this screw out. Drop that in over there. Hopefully I don't go off camera, which I do tend to do. I apologize if I do. Alright, once again, this is a T5 bit. And we'll take this screw out with tweezers. Alright, let's see if we can pry this top off now. I have my little spludger tools. Now, I do have a replacement arm here, a replacement bottom, and also the mask here, the front lens, not the lens, but the actual front that goes on the camera here, sort of got broke. You can see there's only, I only have a part of it. A little part right there. So I had to get a new one of those, so I've got that here too. It's got like a little tab broken off right here. The other one, this one actually right here is where it's broken off. Let me get back on camera here. But there should be enough here to hold that new front mask on. If it's not, I'll just order a new camera shell, which you can get. But I do believe that'll stay on, so I didn't do it initially. All right, let's pop this off here. Let's see. Gotta be careful with this plastic here. I am holding it again away from the camera. Let's see here. There we are. You can see the main board here. This is the GPS unit right up here. Now, before I go tearing the main board off, of course there's some wires I got to remove first. I want to get in underneath here, and I will take this bottom off. There is a sort of a tape shielding that sort of extends down from underneath the main board and then kind of like this extends down the side. So we want to try to remove that so we don't end up tearing that. If we do, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to get and pop this off here. There's just 2 screws here on the bottom. Once you get those screws out, you can pop the bottom off here. Just like that. Set that aside. And in here is this tape portion right here. You can see that or not. That I'd like to try to remove, unstick it from the side so that we can then pull the whole thing off as a unit. It's got a little bit of glue here, I noticed. It does not want to come off. Let's see, can we unstick this tape? I don't know. You know what, I might let that go. Maybe we can peel it off from underneath there. I'm hoping we can do that, since it does not seem to want to peel off very easily. So let's just go back up top here. And it looks like we're still at T5. This looks like it will come off separately. Pop that off. Down here we have the GPS unit, which actually has already become detached. That's interesting. Right there, disconnected. All right, let's get this off. Okay, let's see. What is that? Is that a Sure if that's a hex. Oh, there we go, we got it. Stick that there. And it looks like internally this actually was broken here. We'll see, we'll decide whether we want to replace this whole unit or not. Looks like the connector for the GPS is still good. Set that there. And we'll take this one off here. Let's see. Let's put this. Those two can go there. This is the piece of plastic that had broken off that. I might want to try to glue that. Not sure I can get that piece. And here's the main board here. You have a couple of ribbon cables here. Got the sensor cable here. And this is the cable for the camera here. So we'll start by removing this tape here. We do have to get this board out, it looks like to me anyway, to get this ESC board out. Okay, there's that tape, and this is basically a cover for the connector. Let's slide this out here. There it is. And this is the camera connector here. It's disconnected. Got some glue here. This connector goes to the sensors. See if we can get this glue off. We will try to pick for that. this off. We got a connector over here. And we got the antenna cables here. You can see they're in a specific order here. I'm going to take a picture of that, just so I can refer back to it. You can do that with the video too, of course, but it's easier for me to grab my phone, take a picture. With these small drones, they really, you can tell that they're really not meant to be repaired. At least that's seems to be the way their DJI has made these. Let's see if I can pop this off here. Okay, that one's popped off. We got that one off. Off. And that one's off. Glue and all came right off. So here's the entire board. That's, there's a screw there, so we got to remove that one. I was about ready to say the board's free, but it is not. We have another screw back here yet. Okay. Now, there's this tape down here that I'm going to try to pull off. Okay. What I'm doing, folks, is I'm separating the tape that's inside here that actually the main board sits on. I'll show you when we get it out here. And we'll separate this tape down here. Okay, there you go. Now, and these are the cables here, the ribbon cables that you be careful of. The tape is actually covering those cables, so I did not want to tear those. Maybe get this glue off here, maybe we'll just leave it on. And the antenna cables here. And here's your ESC board right here. This is what we have to get access to. Now let's see, we have a wire plugged into the top there. It looks like it's got to come out. See if we can get that out. And this one here, pop out. Now we got to get down here. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to maintain that one stud there. And we should be able to pry this up here. Looks like it's stuck. Glued to the plastic. Man, DJI, you do not want these to be repaired. Wow. Let's just carefully pry this up. Yeah, it's stuck with some kind of a adhesive pad here. There it goes. That's out of the way. Shoosh. So there's two little studs here. Right there. One of them's broke off, but I was able to maintain the one because it's glued on. So that's fine. We'll just do a little dab of glue back on there when we put this back on. When the cover is on, this will be held in place. So I'll just drop that. But this had to be removed to get to these screws here. I got to take the sensors off here. Now let's go ahead and unscrew these. Looks like, again, this is a T5. Or is it? Let's see. No. Let's try something else here. Try to find a better fit. Maybe it's a T4. T4 is a little small. Let me dip into my other set here. See if I can find a good fit for these screws. Try that. Try this one. That's a good fit there. Looks like this one might have a little bit of that DJI glue in it, perhaps. Yep. All right, let's pop these out. And there you go. There's the ESC board there. Now we'll get in here. Okay. Take that cable off. I think we're clear about the cable, so we should be able to lift this guy out.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Oh my God, folks. Off camera, I pried and I pried and I pried, and I finally got this glue loose enough. Had to heat it with a soldering iron, and this stuff is just absolutely horrible. Getting the glue off here, which retains the antenna cable, it's stuck in the slot down here. Just a nightmare. DJI, what are you thinking? These are definitely not meant to be repaired. They really are not. See this? You can tell this, if you can see that hunk of glue right in there. It is unbelievably tough to get off. But we finally did it. We've got the 3 wires to the motor free here. We should be able to desolder this here. Let's go ahead and do that. I want to first take a picture. It's white on the top, black in the middle, and red on the end. So we'll go ahead and take a photo of that. And let's see if we can desolder this here. I'm going to put a little extra solder on the soldering iron here. There's one. Now I've unscrewed these 2 screws here. One here and one here on the other side of the broken arm. Pull the arm out, and we're ready to put the new arm in. So let's go ahead and unpack it here out of the package. And we'll fish the wires through here. See how easy this is going to go. Nothing about this job is easy, folks. Keep that in mind. If you happen to crash your Mini 4 or Mini 3, I just want to send it on back to DJI. I promised Ken I would do this, so we're going to do it. Okay, we got the wires through here. I got the red one going in here. Alright, got the wires pulled up there. Let's go ahead and stick it back on the hinge. Sure it's pushed all the way in there. I don't think it is. Let's see. All right, we are in. Let's see if this goes in. I think it will. There we are. Okay. The new arm is on. We know this white wire goes down here. This is the antenna wire, so we'll fish that down there. There's our solder there. All the wires are soldered in. I'm going to begin putting this together. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there first. Just to secure those, we'll just use a little bit of silicone cement. Okay, we've got our silicone on there. So we'll just let this set up for a little bit, then we'll bring it back.
A few minutes later.
All right, let's fire this up and see if it works. All right, let's link this remote up since this is my remote. And there you go. We're connected.
Take off.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for this video. Ken, just be careful with what kid you choose to fly your drone. Folks, take care. We'll see you in the next one.